Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday, chatting over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below, as well as the community playlist, which I started, so any creator who makes this style of new releases video can add theirs to the playlist if you want to see what a bunch of different people are thinking about these new releases. But I do have a lot to chat about this week, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm going to scoot over a little bit. I do have my double take shirt on today. If you guys haven't seen, I'm doing a challenge for the month of August. It's kind of like a create a life you love challenge. There's a daily goal for 31 days throughout the month that we're doing, and to kind of kick off with the challenge, I created a few different merch pieces. A lot of them have to do actually with the challenge, about like positivity, you know, motivation and things like that, but I did add in a few others as well, such as Sam Squad shirts and also double take shirts. Some Will I Buy It stuff is in there too, so if you guys want to check that out, the challenge videos are linked down below. I have a playlist down there. The March merch is down below also, and if you guys want to check out the calendar, to download the calendar so you can see what different tasks are for this challenge, I will also link that in my description box. So if you are following along the challenge, that video, my second video for the day, is going to go up at 10 a.m. talking about today's little goal that I have for you guys. But I'm excited for this Will I Buy It, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoot over. I feel like we have some exciting things to talk about this week, and I'll be letting you know what has given me a double take. So let's start off with Colourpop, like we do every week. I swear Colourpop announces things on like Tuesdays, and I film for the Will I Buy It on Monday. Today is Monday as I'm filming. I film on Monday. I can edit on Monday night, Tuesday, and then be able to have it up Wednesday, you know, 9 a.m. if not earlier than 9 a.m. And it's always on Tuesday. I see Colourpop release something and I'm like, grr. But that's what happens when you post now 7 days a week that I am in August, all 7 days, and some days are to upload day. I have to pre-film as much as I can to have everything edited and uploaded and ready to go. But Colourpop is coming out with the strawberry collection. So we have the strawberry shake palette for $12. There's also some blush stick duos, the blush and like highlighter duos. There's pressed powder blushes. There's jelly much shadows, ultra glossy lips, and there's also a few items in there, I believe, right, from Fenty Beauty, their skincare line, the Colourpop skincare line. So when I first saw this coming out, when I actually saw it get released, let me say it that way, because I think we saw like a sneak peek of like a palette is coming, and I was like, obviously a palette's coming. When is a palette not coming from Colourpop, right? But then when I saw that the collection was like actually going to release, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and I love Colourpop, and you know I do, and I post a lot of Colourpop videos. I buy a lot from Colourpop, but when I saw that it was actually releasing so quickly, I kind of had this thought of like, can we just take a moment? Because I felt like the orange palette just released. Like, I've only used that palette 3 times and already another palette is coming out. I'm like, okay, I just would have wanted just maybe more of a break. And I know that Colourpop is now known for this. They're known for their fast and their quick release turnaround times, and that's great, but I felt fatigued looking at that. So I don't know, did anyone else feel that way? And I was like, are we moving into a new food direction? Because they did the colors, they did the monochromatic palettes, the yellow and the purple and the red and the orange and all of that. And I was like, are we moving into like a new collection where now a bunch of the releases are going to be like food or, you know, fruit themed? But then I wasn't sure, because the main squeeze palette is the watermelon palette too, that very fiery like red one. So I was like, I'm not really sure if we're starting something new, but I'm like, I would have liked if they were gonna start like a new collection or series to give just a little bit of a break in between the color series and the next series that they're planning. But I don't know if they're really doing it that way. That was just kind of my initial thought, and then I thought of the main squeeze palette, but I just was like, oh my goodness, okay. And then when I first looked at the palette, because that's always what my mind kind of goes to right away with these Colourpop collections, is the palette. When I first looked at the palette, kind of my first thought was, it looks like the main squeeze palette. And so I kind of immediately wrote it off and was like, I just can't. And, you know, I just filmed a makeup wish list video. I've kind of taken everything that I've talked about recently in the Will I Buy It and put it into that wish list, the ones that I'm really interested in. And then also a few other items that I've heard people review or I've just had my eye on. So if you're interested in my current wish list, which is long, I can link that down below. But there's so many other items that I'm kind of interested in right now. I'll tell you that I placed an Ulta haul last night, an Ulta order. So an Ulta haul is coming. There's just so many other things that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on these other things that I want, because I've made like 2 Colourpop orders in the past month probably. I've also done some PR from them, which is super nice, and you know, that lets me put up my videos quicker with the Aha Honey palette and the Orange You Glad palette, which is so great. But I was like, this one, like, not right now. But then I started looking at the palette a little bit closer, and she is really pretty. So it does remind me of the Watermelon palette, the Main Squeeze palette, but it's like a more, and I'm just going to use this in air quotes, it's like a more wearable version of that palette. I really like the Main Squeeze palette. I think that's very pretty. I like reds, I like corals with green eyes. I think it's very cool. And that palette can definitely make green eyes pop. I think that it's a lot of fun, but it's not like an everyday type of palette for me personally. It's not something that I would just like reach for, because I have to like think about it when I'm using that and think about what colors I'm gonna do. This one I feel like is a little bit more of like a toned down palette from that one. And now I'm kind of considering it, because like the pink shades, the Woke, I just think is absolutely beautiful. Also like Shake It Up, but then we have like Daiquiri in there, which looks a little bit more red. The shimmers in there do look really, really pretty. Take a Sip looks like a really cool shade. The more I looked at it, I feel like the more I talked myself into it. I haven't purchased it yet, because like I said, I just placed my Ulta order last night. So there's that, but now I'm kind of looking at this one. I think I'm gonna watch a few reviews. I haven't seen any yet. I've been super busy, but I haven't seen any yet, but I kind of want to see some, or see some, you know, people swatch it on camera and see what I think. But honestly, I might grab that one too. But that's gonna be the only thing that I get out of the collection. A lot of times I just purchase the eyeshadow palettes. I just tried the blush and light sticks from the orange collection. They're okay, but nothing that I feel like I would repurchase. The blushes, they look pretty, but I don't feel like I need them right now. The lip products, I just don't feel like I need. And then the skincare that's along with it, that doesn't really get me going at all. But definitely the palette, and it's $12, which is a great price. So I don't know, did you guys pick this one up yet, or what did you think? Let me know. But I feel like I somehow managed to talk myself into that palette. I don't know what happened. Some big news that was released is that Fenty Beauty is coming out with a new foundation. So they are coming out with a new Pro Filter Hydrating foundation, which was very exciting to me because I do have dry skin. I tried the first Fenty foundation, but it just did not work on my skin type. It was just too mattifying on my dry skin. It just did not look flattering on me. And I've said so many times, if they release a hydrating foundation, I'm totally down to try it. But luckily I had just gotten a sample of the first one, and so I could try it out, and I just knew immediately it was not for me. It just did not mesh well with my particular skin type, which is pretty on point for full coverage mattifying foundations. They just tend not to work great for me. So I've been really looking forward to a hydrating foundation, and it is releasing August 15th, which is great. But if you haven't seen, I actually somehow, can someone explain this to me? I got it sent to me in PR. I'm trying to figure that out. The day that I got the email that it was like, Fenty wants to send you something, I honestly, you guys, I like copy and pasted the email address that it was coming from and searched the email address, because sometimes this is a thing that can happen, especially in like the influencer blogger world. But you can get like fake emails asking for like your information and, you know, your address and like just certain things like that. So it's not uncommon that if something feels wrong to me, I'll just double check an email address and see if I can verify the company. Because a lot of times it's you know, like what am I trying to say, like agencies and other like third-party companies that are reaching out to you via the brand. It's not always the brand reaching out. And Rihanna didn't email me herself, which, I mean, I kind of thought she would, but no, just kidding. I honestly looked up the email because I was like, this can't be right. Like, this can't be right. And it was. And I wrote back, and they let me pick a foundation shade, and it actually came. It actually was really a true thing, and I was so surprised. I about fell off my chair, you guys. Just because, you know, the first foundation just didn't work great for me. And there are products from Fenty that I really do enjoy, especially the lip products and the gloss bombs. The uncuffed matte liquid lipstick I think is beautiful. I like the powder, but there's also products that have been a miss for me. The first foundation, didn't love the concealer, didn't actually love the bronzer either. So I don't know, I just was so surprised, but I was so excited because this is what I've been wanting. This is what I've been hoping for as a dry skin girl. I've really wanted to see Fenty come out with a hydrating product, and they did. I actually have a full day wear test, an 11-hour wear test, and a full review on my channel. That video went live on Monday, so I will link that down below if you want to see how it wears on me all throughout the day. I almost made it 12 hours, but it was Saturday night, and your girl had to go to bed at 9:30, okay? Because I'm a wild child. I did have the products for a while. We couldn't say anything, but I had them for a while and was kind of testing them like undercover, if you will. There was nights where like I would film and then I would take off my makeup and put that foundation on to see how it wore and applied and all these different things. So I actually do have my full review in that video too. It's not just a first impression wear test, it's a review, and I thought a wear test would be helpful as well. But that came out, if I hadn't got sent that, which still shocks me, I would have purchased it because I've said so many times if Fenty comes out with hydrating products, I'm going to try them. So I would have purchased the foundation. I did also get the primer sent out. I don't think I would have purchased that myself. I have a lot of primers right now, but again, I have a review for the primer in there too. But I definitely would have gone ahead and purchased the foundation. I'm really excited to see this. It's 50 shades. So it says it's a natural finish formula. It delivers hydration and medium to full coverage. There's 50 shades in the same shade range as their first foundation, and again, available August 15th, and it's also going to be available at Sephora. So you'll have to let me know if you're planning to grab that one from Fenty. Obviously know that there's a whole lot of foundations coming out right now. I have 2 more new foundations to talk about in this week's Will I Buy It video, but from Milk Makeup, they're coming out with new Flex Foundation Stick and Flex Highlighter. The Flex Foundation Stick is going to have 36 shades. It's a buildable medium coverage infused with Blue Lotus to hydrate and chamomile to calm redness and soothe skin for even the most sensitive skin. It's supposed to seamlessly become one with your skin without caking or creasing thanks to a combo of tiny blendable spheres and elastic marshmallow root extracts. Okay, very interesting. I will say I don't see the prices on this post from Trend Mood here. I will have Trend Mood linked in my description box. I do every week because I do read off of her page. It's going to be available August 6th online at Milk and Sephora, August 9th in stores. So for the foundation stick, I don't know if I'm super jazzed to try this one. So I have the Urban Decay new foundation on today. I also have a wear test of this foundation, but this is the Stay Naked. I did get this sent to me also. The shade's a little light for me. I also did film just a little face and eye tutorial that will be up on my Instagram a little bit later today if you want to see how I put this look together. But I have this one that I'm trying. I have the Fenty that is new to me. I just purchased, like I said, I made an Ulta purchase. Purchased 2 foundations that just became available at Ulta. Guess which ones? You'll never guess. And that's a lot of foundations going on right now. That's a lot of new foundations. That's a lot of reviews that I'm trying to, you know, get up here on my YouTube channel. But more than that, I don't typically love stick foundations. In the past, for whatever reason, I'm just more of a liquid foundation type of gal. And when it comes to stick foundations, there's just not a lot that have turned into favorites. I've decluttered almost all of my stick foundations. Oddly enough, the one that I've liked the most has been the Anastasia stick foundation, and like no one else likes that one. But like the Hourglass Vanish stick foundation that everybody loves, oh, decluttered it very quickly. I don't know what that's about. But I'm just not really into it. So even though I really do like Milk Makeup, I like a lot of their products. I think they're kind of like a cool, like innovative brand. Like their packaging is different, you know, just like stuff like that. They tend to grab my attention, but I don't know for sure if I'm gonna jump on this one. Have a lot of foundations to try. Not sure I'd love it. It sounds cool. It sounds interesting. I mean, it's got elastic marshmallow root extract. Like, what more could I ask for in my foundation? And also the Flex Highlighter. So it's a silky formula to hydrate skin with hyaluronic acid filled spheres. Once again with the spheres, very nice. Geez Louise. Crushed gemstones and a weightless pearlescent base combine for flex on the glow. Also has Blue Lotus in here and chamomile. That's great. Oh, and the elastic marshmallow root extract. Thank goodness, because if that wasn't in the highlight, I was gonna be very upset. I really like Milk Makeup. A lot of their releases do catch my attention. These ones are probably going to be a pass for me just based on personal preference, and again, especially for foundation. I just have so many foundations that I'm trying out right now. Whew, okay. But that is one. And then the other new foundation that I saw being released is from Makeup Revolution. So they are also coming out with the Conceal and Hydrate foundation and concealer. So Makeup Revolution has like a more mattifying version of this, so kind of really similar to Fenty. Now they're also releasing the hydration side of it. So they will have the same 50 shade range as they did in their original foundation. It's infused with hyaluronic acid. It's a hydrating formula. It's medium to full buildable coverage, a radiant natural finish. It has a pump. The foundation is $12. The concealer is going to be $12, and it's going to be available August 14th online. So I did try out this foundation from Makeup Revolution, the original one, and I did not like it at all. I mean, it really reminds me a lot of what I've said about Fenty. It was too mattifying on me. It just didn't look right with my dry skin. I do also have the concealer, and I don't mind it. It's not a favorite concealer of mine. I think that it's okay, but a lot of people really raved about that, which I think it's fine. Makeup Revolution isn't a brand that tends to call to me a lot. A lot of the purchases that I've made from them just either seem to be like so-so or miss for me. There's not a lot of like 100% hits, like I'm super into this. So on one side, I'm kind of interested to try it because I'm generally kind of curious if maybe it would be similar to the Fenty. A lot of the claims sound really similar and all of that. So it's like, would it be a good dupe? I don't know. But then also at the same time, maybe if I didn't have so many foundations in my arsenal right now to try out, maybe I'd give this a shot. And also, like, all the foundations that I am trying are higher priced, which is not great. I was really excited. If you guys, there's a lot of new releases right now that a lot of people seem to be interested in, including myself with my wish list video. A lot of double takes going on, okay? Make sure to check eBates and all of that, and go into, like, if you're doing from Ulta, make sure to go into where your bonus offers are and see if there's any you can activate, because I got 3 times points on my Ulta purchase last night, and eBates was double cash back, so I got 8% cash back. So like, I felt like it was a win because I was like, do I really purchase both foundations? I don't know what to do. And then I was like, 3 times points, 8% cash back, like, let's just live wild, you know? Like I said, if I didn't have so many new ones right now, maybe I would do this. But let me know if you would want to see, if you'd be really interested in like a wear test and review on this one, or comparing it against not only just the Fenty but some of the other foundations that are coming out. I don't know, let me know. But I'm not a total for sure on that one, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. And then speaking of new foundations that came out, I think it was just last week that I talked about the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation that's releasing, which may or may not be en route to me right now. But she's also coming out with some loose powders, so I didn't touch on that because that got announced a little bit later. But it says, these are $36, comes in 5 shades: translucent, vanilla, banana, deep peach, and golden orange. So these will also be available August 4th online, August 15th in all stores. I'm not super interested in the loose setting powder right now. I definitely have a lot in my collection, and I have a lot that I really love, that I, you know, just like wear repeatedly and go back to a lot. So right off the bat, not super interested in this one. Definitely the actual liquid foundation is what got me much more hyped, that got me to hit buy now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass over the powder. But also from Anastasia Beverly Hills, we saw that she is doing a collaboration with YouTuber Jackie Aina, so that's very exciting. Huge congrats to Jackie, that's very cool. I heard that the palette got leaked early, which is such a bummer. I was watching a couple videos, a couple Will I Buy It's over the weekend, and I heard, I think it was both Angelica and Amy Loves Makeup say that the palette got leaked early, and I don't know how that keeps happening with Anastasia palettes. I feel like so many Anastasia palettes get leaked early, and I'm like, who's doing this and why? Because I think that's such a bummer for not only for Anastasia and Norvina, but also Jackie, because I can remember I just recently did a collaboration with Ofra, my first collaboration with a brand, and I was so excited. And it wasn't even on like a scale of creating my own eyeshadow palette. You know, I put together some favorites and everything, but I was so excited to share it. Like, I was so ready and I was so excited, and we had the time set up and I was so stoked. And then if someone were to have posted that early, like, I would have been really sad, because it's kind of like taking away your moment of what you've worked so hard for. I would just be so sad about that. So I just think that's crap, and that really bums me out. But I will have the photo in here because it has been officially announced now, but I just wish people didn't do that. Like, that's just not fun. But Jackie Aina is coming out with an eyeshadow palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a limited edition palette. It's going to be $45. You know, it looks very similar to all of the other Anastasia palettes, like shape-wise and, you know, shade-wise and like how the layout and everything, not like the shades inside, you know what I'm saying. It says it will be available tomorrow, early access on her Instagram, and this post was 19 hours ago, so I think the early access is available August 6th online at Anastasia Beverly Hills, August 15th online and in stores at Sephora and Ulta. Wow, that's super fast. So that, I mean, it's going to be here now and then in other stores before we know it. So the palette is definitely very beautiful, and the swatches that I've seen, I mean, they look very gorgeous, very pigmented, very bam, which I'm sure, I mean, I've read the post from Jackie and everything, and that was really her intention behind this palette, which I think is fantastic. The outer packaging is really beautiful too, really quite pretty. I don't know if this is a palette that I would reach for myself a ton, but I feel like the shades inside and the shade selection and all of that is very pretty. I'm still a little bit in eyeshadow palette fatigue. When I posted my wish list video, I'm trying to think, I feel like I only have one eyeshadow palette in there, the Dominique Cosmetics Rustic Glam. I might have only had one palette in there. Just eyeshadow palettes are not what is totally turning my attention right now, minus the Colourpop Strawberry palette because it's freaking Colourpop and it gets me every time. But I'm kind of focusing more, especially like the foundations are really big right now. That's kind of where like my like hoo yay, like new makeup, that's kind of where my mind is right now versus eyeshadow palettes. So I'm just not sure that this one is for me, but again, congratulations to Jackie. It's always cool to see people being able to collaborate and all of that, but I don't think that this palette is going to be for me, but you have to let me know if you're so excited to see this one and your thoughts on it. Another eyeshadow palette that is releasing, this is from Viseart. So this is the new matte eyeshadow palette, the Neutral Mattes 2. So this is going to be $80, so an all matte palette, and you have 12 shades inside. I have been able to try the Viseart formula. I've tried a couple of their 12-pan palettes, and I like them, and I like the eyeshadows inside, but not enough to spend $80 on. That is very pricey, and I totally understand the concept behind Viseart and who they are aimed for and all, and like I get it and I understand, and I know a lot of people who are like ride or die for the Viseart formula, which is fantastic, but I just didn't fall in love in that way. So for me to spend $80, is not something that's going to work out for me. I do think this palette is really pretty though. I like the color scheme in here. I think that it is very, you know, it's the Neutral Mattes too, so you have a lot of these beautiful neutrals, but I like that you have some of these deeper shades on the bottom, and that pink and that blue in there. I think that it's a really like well done, put together palette, but it's just not going to be for me though, so I'm going to pass over that one too. But again, like I said, I know a lot of people really enjoy their Viseart palettes, but that one is going to be a skip from me. So another eyeshadow palette that is releasing, this one is from Sigma Beauty. This is the Enchanted palette. So it includes 14 shades, different finishes, matte, duochrome, shimmer, and sparkly. It is travel friendly, has a mirror and a dual ended brush included inside, and it is going to be $49, available August 13th. So I am an affiliate with Sigma, so they did actually send the palette over to me. Do you guys want to see a video with it, like a few different looks with the palette? I was like I said, I'm filming on Monday, and I was looking at my filming upload schedule and trying to decide what I wanted to do for the next couple weeks here, and that is a new eyeshadow palette that I've received, so I was kind of wondering if I could do maybe like 2 looks or 3 looks with the palette or something like that and share my review of it. If you guys would be interested, do let me know. But I did get that one sent over to me from Sigma, which has me really excited because it looks beautiful. The swatches look beautiful. The outer packaging looks beautiful, so I'm really excited to try it. The last, I think, was it the last eyeshadow palette that they released in collaboration with Beauty Bird is such a nice palette. I was really impressed with that one, and I'm excited that it comes with brushes because Sigma has bomb brushes, of course, so I get excited when they put a brush in with their palette, and I don't always get excited for brushes and palettes because a lot of them are like, blah. But Sigma, like obviously the Sigma brushes, they're going to come with a great brush in there. So I'm really excited about that. So let me know your thoughts there. But it's a beautiful palette. Again, it's going to be available August 13th. I do have my affiliate discount code with Sigma. That's just Samantha if you're interested in this one or brushes or anything like that. But I'm pretty stoked about this palette because it looks beautiful. This is just some makeup news that Sunday Riley is coming into Ulta Beauty. Very interesting. So Sunday Riley is really known for their skincare. It's going to be available August 11th online and also at 300 stores at Ulta Beauty. I've tried a couple different skincare products from Sunday Riley. Nothing that I instantly turned like ride or die for. When it comes to like high-end or luxury skincare, I tend to stick with Drunk Elephant. A lot of their skincare products have worked out really well for me. So even over like Tatcha and then again like Sunday Riley, I tend to stick with my Drunk Elephant. I did try the Sunday Riley Influencer Foundation, which did not work out for me at all. I don't think it's available anymore, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, you'll have to let us know if you're super interested in that one. The news, like, it was interesting for me to see Sunday Riley coming into Ulta, but there wasn't anything that I was like, yes, can't wait to like get some points on that, you know? Then MAC Cosmetics is coming out with new lipsticks. So these are available now. The collection is MAC Love Me Lipstick. It has 24 lipsticks and special packaging. There's nude, reds, purples. There's satin, soft, and cream finishes. These are going to be $19 each. I did get a few of these sent over to me from MAC and PR, and actually I did post a swatch video on my Instagram of 5 different shades that I got sent over. So if you'd want to check that out and see the swatches, I can link that down below. And I did it like ASMR swatches, just to spice things up a little bit. So that was my first time doing something like that. So if you want to see those, but these really are like one swipe lipsticks. The pigmentation on these are very well bam, and the packaging is really cool on them too, kind of like this metallic covering on them. I think looks really neat. So again, these are $19 for the individual lipsticks. You'll have to let us know if you're picking up anything from those, but I'm excited to have a few new MAC lipsticks in my collection. So getting back on skincare, Murad Skincare is coming out with a new product. It's going to be available at Sephora now. This is the InvisScar Resurfacing Treatment. It says a velvety smooth resurfacing treatment visibly minimizes scar size, depth, and texture and discoloration in 8 weeks. It's going to be $35. It says it also helps fill and resurface to fade the look of acne scars. This sounds interesting, and I don't know if something like this would work. I have a lot of scars that I'm not particularly a fan of. I have one in the middle of my forehead, which I'm not a big fan of. I have scars on my legs, not a big fan of, and I've used other products in the past to try to help like fade, or I just feel like scars are never like really totally removed, but like tried to use other products, and I feel like I've never really noticed much of a difference. So I don't know, when I first saw it, like I kind of did a double take. I was like, what's that about? But I don't know, I just feel like a lot of these products haven't really worked for me. So, and I don't know if I really consider, do you really consider that skincare? It says BHA exfoliates. There's vitamin C to give a natural radiance and healthy looking complexion. Okay, so I think it's more than just like for the scar. There is actual like skincare benefits in there too, but I don't know. I'm not going to run out and grab it. I haven't tried a ton from Murad, so I'm not like super faithful to the brand, but it was something that kind of piqued my interest, but I don't know. Let us know what you think about that. Milk Cosmetics is coming out with some new lipsticks, and these are all nude lipsticks, which right away, whenever there's like a bunch of nude lipsticks releasing, I'm always like, what? Yes? Tell me more. So this is the Undertone Nudes, 5 different liquid lipstick shades, $19 each, or you can buy the $65 PR box. Will be available August 9th at noon on Milk Cosmetics. These lipstick shades definitely give me fall vibes, which I'm not ready for. I know that we're in August, which is, what's the saying for August? It's the Sunday of summer or something like that. I'm not ready yet though, okay? I'm not ready. Please don't rush me. I feel like, I'm not like super fall today. I have a bit of a deeper lip on, but, and like, kind of like orangey eyeshadow and a red shirt. No, I'm not ready yet, okay? But these definitely give me very much a fall vibes. I don't know, once I saw the swatches on the arm and I was like, oh, okay, maybe. And then I swiped for the next photo to see the actual lip swatches and I was like, actually, I don't know if any of these are really speaking to me. They're really cool colors. Like they're more like unique. which I do appreciate, but I don't know if there's any one in here that I was like, ooh, that one I really need in my collection. Lip products, Elsie Cosmetics is coming out with new lip products, and these are lip vinyls. So these are new to Elsie Cosmetics, which is exciting. Like the lip vinyls are new. It says these lip lockers deliver maximum color and shine while moisturizing lips with energizing vitamins. The rubbery sensory quality melts into the lips and mirrors a fresh look. So this will be long lasting. 6 different shades, $24 each, or you can buy the bundle for $129. It's going to be available on August 6th at Elsie Cosmetics. So it sounds like an interesting concept. I don't know if they would totally be for me. Just kind of reading some of these, I'm trying to decide, like, is it more like a lipstick? Is it more like a gloss? Sometimes I don't tend to enjoy kind of more of the hybrid products is what I've noticed. Like I either want a gloss or I want a lipstick. But then I looked at the shades and there's some pretty ones, some pretty pinks. Sandy looks like a nice nude, but none that really like called out to me, like jumped out at me or anything like that. So I'm gonna pass over those from Elsie Cosmetics. We're almost done, just a couple more left, but Ofra Cosmetics has been doing their Project Influencer. So I mentioned my collab with Ofra. I was the first to do their Project Influencer with them, which was really exciting to me. My collab pieces are still available on the Ofra website if you're interested in them. We have a highlight that includes Pillow Talk and Star Island, and also a liquid lipstick set. Those are going to be available through August. But I was really excited because Monday, as I'm filming, I knew that they were announcing the next influencer, and I was really excited to see who it was because I had no idea. And they have announced it, and her products are available now. So this is Amanda Diaz, and in her set, she has a skincare and also a lip trio. So she chose out the vitamin C cleanser, the blemish treatment mask, and also the revitalizing clay mask. And then the 3 liquid lips that she chose was Lasso Las, Brickell, and Manila. I also had Lasso Las and Manila, so I mean those are just like 2 great shades from Ofra, let me tell you. But a big congratulations to Amanda Diaz. I wasn't familiar with her before this, but I started following her, and I just thought it was really cool. So it's really neat to see. I think there's going to be 2 other project influencers throughout the month of August, and I'm excited to see who they are and what they chose from Ofra. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll link the project influencer page down below, but you'll have to let us know if you're getting anything from the Amanda Diaz collab, and congratulations to her. That's very exciting. And then the last product that I have to talk about, I thought I would mention the Kylie Jenner, her next collection that is coming out for Kylie Cosmetics. I've chatted about in the past that I don't really purchase from Kylie Cosmetics, but sometimes certain items come out and they just seem interesting to me, so I thought I could include them, and that's how we're gonna wrap it up. So this is her birthday collection because she's turning 22, which makes me feel ancient. There's an eyeshadow palette in the collection, jelly highlighters, there's a lip kit, there's eye glazes, a pressed body glow, a face primer, liquid lipstick. I mean, it's a very large collection, as all of Kylie's collections typically are. It's going to be available on August 10th. So I have to say, when I saw the eyeshadow palette, I also did a double take. Some Kylie palettes can get me to do the double take. It's happened before, and especially out of everything in the collection, the eyeshadow palettes kind of called to me the most. The shade Stacks just looks like a cool shade. I can't tell you how many shirts I have in kind of like that olivey color, and I think that's a really, really stunning shade. Some of these pinks in here look kind of cool. The shimmers look neat. I don't know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have kind of looked at this palette a couple of times. I don't know what this says about me, or I don't know. I can't decide if I want to do it. I'm someone who, I try to say never say never in YouTube and in real life. I really try to never say never. I have purchased from Kylie before, and one of the reasons why I stopped was because I was having such a bad experience. So I decided to stop, and I'm like, you know, if something really calls my attention, I'm open to having my mind changed, and I'm gonna need your guys' feedback on this one. What do you think about this palette? Do you think it's worth grabbing? I don't love the theme behind it, like all this like money stuff, and I saw that she has like a huge yacht rented out for her birthday. I mean, if I buy the eyeshadow palette, do I get invited on the yacht? Because that could change my mind. Obviously, just kidding. But I don't know, I'm not like a huge fan of that, and you know, just some of the shadows have like the money sign printed into it, which you know is fine. I don't know. And it's funny because like as I sat down, I felt like I was like, nope, not interested. not a lot of eyeshadow palettes calling to me. Like, why would this one be calling to me? Like, that's just weird. But as I'm sitting here now and talking about it and like looking at it even more up close, now I feel like I'm almost more interested in it. What is this? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the Kylie birthday collection, on the eyeshadow palette. What do you guys think? Do you think I should get it? I don't know. You help me out. You let me know. But on that really confusing, confuzzling note, that is going to wrap it up for this week's Will I Buy It video. So you have to let me know what you thought of everything that we chatted about this week. What are you eyeing? What are you saying no to? Do let me know in the comments. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.